Hey everyone, welcome to Cuddy's Bookshelf. I literally just finished unboxing the Illumicrate July box, and we got this book in it, and it is The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean, and it sounded so good that I have the impulse to pick it up and read it straight away, a bit like I did with Fairy Loot's A Fragile Enchantment. When I got this, I just automatically just picked it up and read it, and I did enjoy it. And this one gives me the same sort of vibes, like I just want to read it, not as in the same vibes as the same theme, but yeah, I think it was the little bit inside where it says, against an epic fantasy backdrop teeming with all your favourite mythical beasts, from dragons and unicorns to kelpies and krakens, The Phoenix Keeper combines the cosy fantasy stakes of TJ Klune and Travis Baldry with the heartwarming contemporary romance of Alice Oseman and Casey McQuiston. And that had me, because I absolutely love Travis Baldry and TJ Klune. They are two of my favourite authors, and I really enjoy the Heartstopper series by Alice Oseman, and I did enjoy Red, White and Royal Blue as well. So all of the authors I have read from, that it says that if you like them, and which I did, and it just makes me really want to pick it up. I think I'm going to jump into this, and this is what this vlog is going to be, is because the amount of times I get books in book boxes and they have just remained on my shelf for months and months and months. So I wanted to vlog me actually jumping into one that we have just got. So yeah, and it's about phoenixes and birds and animals and mystical beasts, and it just makes me so happy. It's such a beautiful book. If you didn't see my unboxing, I will tag it somewhere so you can go and see what it's all about and everything, but I'll tell you more as I'm reading anyway. I don't want to reread what I read in the unboxing, although I can pretty much remember it all at the minute. I'm trying to forget because I'm going into it, but yeah, really excited. I just wanted to start this vlog off to say that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be reading that book, but yeah, it's going to be a lazy weekend at home, so you just get to chill out with me, and I'll tell you my thoughts on the July Illumicrate book, and I'm really excited about it. It has the 5-star feels for me because of like the hype of the authors, that if you love those authors then you might love this vibes, and it's made me really excited. So yeah, I just wanted to, I've said this already, but yeah, just wanted to start the vlog off, and you'll be with me while I read it. I'm hoping to get it read as soon as possible, because could I do with adding a book to my TBR this month? Not really, no, because although I only have one book left that was on my unwrapped TBR, overall books that I've added, I have 5 books left that I really want to get to. So adding a 6 and is like two weeks left of the month is not the best idea, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it anyway. I can't help it. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's like perfect timing as well. I think that's what's caused it, because I finished a book this morning and enjoyed that. So when I went into opening my Illumicrate, and I'm like, oh, I hope I get to read this soon. And I'm like, well, I haven't got a book on at the minute. I know there's 5 down there waiting for me to read, but other than that, I haven't got a book that I'm currently reading. So normally I've got a book on the go, so I'm like, well, I'm reading that at the minute, and then I will stick to my TBR. But then when I've finished a book, and then I'm like, oh, I ain't got a book right now. I have now. Like literally, I have just finished filming, to the fact that I am still putting items away that came in the box. I'm so excited for this, to start this next year. It's a reading journal that we got in the box, and I'm so excited for it. So I need to shut up and stop talking, and I will see you when I've actually read something. So I have just read 3 chapters. I think I'm on page 33 now. Yep, page 33. And I've started tabbing it. I'm not going to annotate it because I wasn't sure, because I didn't want to annotate it in case I didn't like it. But I've been tabbing when new creatures are being introduced and like facts about the creatures. I've tabbed when new characters are introduced and like funny moments. It's made me laugh a couple of times already, so that's going for it. It does have a cozy vibe to it. It has humour, like you have these mischievous birds that she has to contend with, and then she had an accident where she swore, so you've got these creatures that are swearing, and obviously it's a zoo, so there's like kids walking around, so there's that she has to deal with. There's like little things in there that make you laugh. But it does read really cozy and warm, so I'm really enjoying that about it. Like I say, I'm only 3 chapters in, and so far so good. Really enjoying it, so I'm really glad that I picked this up and started reading it straight away. But I don't want to bore you and have you watching me read for hours on end, because I was reading for about half an hour there. The husband brought me a cup of tea, so I was like, use my Phoenix coaster, seeing as though I'm reading a book that's got Phoenix in it. I also did a separate tab for the Phoenix, when the Phoenix was introduced, and like her relationship with the Phoenix. It does go into a lot of backstory with each of the creatures, so yeah, I'm really enjoying it. This is about Ayla, who works at this zoo full of magical creatures, and she mainly works with the birds, and she has her own aviary that she takes care of. She does take care of other magical creatures as well, but the aviary is like half of the aviary is all hers, and one of the birds in there is a phoenix, which is her favourite animal since she was younger, and they are going extinct. They are only alive because they are being bred in captivity, and she has this one with her that she keeps promising that she will find them a partner, and she goes online and shows the phoenix videos of other phoenixes that's like had a clutch and stuff. It's just really sweet, and she is wanting to find a partner for her phoenix and do a breeding program at the zoo that she's at, but she is really anxious about talking to people, so she's really challenged in trying to get help to do the program at her zoo. Yeah, so far loving it, loving the knowing about the animals and like the different abilities that they have, and like one can look at you and that it forms a mist around it and it can allure you in to your death, like drown you. There's just loads of different ones. There's this bird that I was laughing at because she made him like a new toy, like a contraption with screws and stuff in, and when she went to go in the morning, he'd put the screws into the lock so she couldn't get in, so she's had to like battle her way around to get into like different entrances of the aviary, and it was just really humorous and funny. But yeah, like I say, so far loving it. I'm going to read a bit more, not make you watch me the whole time, but I'll get back to you when I've got more to say, really. But yeah, so I've literally just not moved. I've just been sat reading. I am 120 pages in. I'm 2 chapters into part 2, and I'm really loving this. So if you are a fan of animals at all and hearing how like zoos are run and stuff, like how they take care of animals, you will love this because it goes into so much detail about each animal and their needs and how they are looked after, and that is just so up my street. I am loving this. It's so cozy. The main character, Ala, she really suffers with anxiety and social anxiety. When like customers are asking her questions, even co-workers that she's worked with for years, they know not to talk to her because she will just like shrivel up and have a panic attack. And it's showing you how she deals with those things, or don't deal with them, and how her friend Tanya really helps her like stay grounded, and where she uses therapy to help with that. And she's had like a therapy session. You get to read about her having that session and how they treat that anxiety, which I found really, really good. And yeah, it's funny, it's quite emotional as well when you're hearing about the animals and like poachers and stuff like that. It's real life topics, even though it's for magical creatures. It really does hit home, and I'm just really loving it. I really need to stop reading because I need to eat, because I have literally woke up, got ready, filmed, and then like put all my stuff away and then started reading. So I haven't ate yet, and it is, I can't even see because I ain't got my goggles on to see far away, but it's getting on to like 5, half 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, so I better get something to eat, and then I'll probably read some more. I want to read, my husband has just read the Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. It's his first time reading it, and I was so excited because I have saved off watching the film with him until he read the book, and he's finished it today. So while we're having tea, we're gonna watch it. I'm so excited because I really hope that it makes him really want to go to Chatsworth House again, because I really want to go there and like tour the grounds and the house and go around all the marble statues and living my best Elizabeth Bennet life. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you that I'm really loving it, and I'm just really loving it. I'm obsessed. It's such an easy read as well. But like I say, if you don't like hearing a lot of detail about animals and like their enclosures and how they get looked after and stuff, it might not be for you. But if you're an animal lover and love hearing like all the nitty gritty bits of their care, you might like to hear it about mythical creatures too. So I'm just so excited. I'm so glad I decided to jump straight into this. Feeling like a 5-star, it's giving me tingles. 5-star feeling.
Say that is irreversibly event.
It is. Why do you ask such a question?
To make out your character, Mr. Darcy.
What have you discovered?
Very little.
So it is now the next day, and I managed to read up to halfway, which is part 3, yesterday. So I do want to try and get the rest of it finished today. I just wanted to do this little update because I'm about to go have something to eat, so I thought I'll talk to you before I start having food in my teeth. I did want to show you, because I know a lot of you was interested when I showed that my in-laws brought me building the miniature bookstore. So the other week, I don't know, I can't remember, but at some point I stayed up until like 4:30 in the morning so I could complete it. I put my book down for the night and just stuck to my bookstore, and it is done. So this is what it looks like. I have a little floaty, I don't know if you can see in the back, there's like a bookcase in the back with a door and like books on the stairs inside, and then you have like a little mini bookcase just in here. And when I say this is fiddly, like you literally need to make everything, like even like put in the wires. You have to make the door handles yourself. They only give you like wire, like the window handles. I did have a little bit of help on the handles from my husband, like this little display thing that's near the door. Oh my goodness, because I didn't have the right tools, so I like was winging it, was just literally winging it when I was making it, but I had so much fun doing it. And yeah, and now I think I'm a carpenter slash electrician because it has lights that I had to feed through and actually put the wires together on the battery thing. But yeah, that's my little bookstore. I hope that you like it because I love it. It's cute. Let me just turn it off. So I thought I'd update you on my little bookstore that I actually finished it. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving this book. Still, some drama just happened. There's one person that I think you're supposed to like, but I was a bit offy with that person to begin with because they went from, I'm not going to say the sex because it will make it obvious if you read the book, but they sort of went from ignoring the main character to slowly becoming closer and closer to them. I don't know. There's something off. It's like you're supposed to like them at this point, but like they've just had a interaction together, just those two, and straight away it was really weird, really off. I think at this point is where you're supposed to question it a little bit, but I've felt like a bit off with that character to begin with. It's like misleading you to what the actual romance of the book is, which I've really enjoyed. I'm just really suspicious about people in books anyway. In real life I'm just gullible and think everyone's lovely until they're not. But in books I'm like, that's a bit dodgy. And I think that's going to go more along. I could be completely wrong and it could be just be character development and me overthinking, but yeah, I'm intrigued to see how that goes. I still love hearing all about the animals, all about the creatures, and like even down to the dietary needs and how mischievous one of the birds are has me howling all of the time during this. So yeah, I'm loving it. I highly recommend that you read it. I'm so glad that I was more intrigued to pick it up straight away and that I didn't have a book on the go at the time, because it probably would have sat on my shelf for ages. And this what makes me sad, because I do restrict myself on reading certain books before like going into, so no books that's been popular or recommended, I jump into those rather than like any of my BookBox books. But I do generally really like the synopsis of my books, and every time I'm like, oh, I'm excited to read that, but then never do. And this is a case of pick up the goddamn book because you're gonna love it. So yeah, I think next month I'm gonna be more prone to reading BookBox books. I think it will be a good thing to do over December, because I have got a couple of Christmas books to read. Like last year it was mainly like Christmas themed books, and I do want to get a couple of more to add into that. But around Christmas time I really like to read either Christmas romances or fantasy books. So I'm thinking I can add a few on, or like Christmas murder mysteries, love those. I find it really hard to get a good one of those. I did find a really great one last year, which was the Christmas Jigsaw Murders. Jigsaw Puzzle Murders, or was it just Jigsaw Murders? I can't remember, hold on. The Christmas Jigsaw Murders, I was right. And I really enjoyed that. So if I could find another one like that to add in, a few Christmas romances to add in, and then some of my BookBox fantasies would be, I think it's going to be great to be wrapped up on my Bookmas TBR vlog videos. So if you know any cozy Christmas romances that have been really good, please recommend, because I'm all good for my spooky season now, because I got a lot of Frida McFadden from the works, and then also I have my Evernight books, so I do want to get some of those read during spooky season. But yeah, I'm going to make more of a conscious effort to read my BookBox books, because this is so good. So good. I'm really, it's so cozy at the same time, like, I know people might find her a little too awkward and that, but I totally can relate. Like, social anxiety is really crippling and debilitating. I totally can see where her struggles are. So yeah, I'm just loving it. It's so good, so good. I hope you're having a lovely day or night whenever you're watching this. I do miss you guys. I am so sorry that filming and posting has been a bit off recently. I have got things going on. Maybe once I know more about stuff that's happening, I'll let you know. But I do have a lot going on, so life's lifing. It's very busy at the minute. I'm struggling to stick to a schedule, but I know that you guys will just say take as much time as you need. I know how supportive like my book friends are, that it's incredible. But the thing is this is what brings me joy. This makes me smile. It makes me, talking about books just makes me so happy. And it's more bothering me that I haven't been getting videos, or because I haven't had the time to film or edit what I have filmed, and stuff's getting left. And I want to do more vlogs. I do love just sitting down and waffling on, and which I am doing. I've just realised that this is supposed to be a little update, and I've been waffling on for 11 minutes now and I'm still going. But anyway, I do love just talking to you and you getting to know me and not just someone that's doing unboxings and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited that I decided to do this little vlog and sit and talk to you all. And it's the same with regarding comments. I have been struggling to like keep up comments or replying to comments, and I haven't been getting notifications of when you reply as well. So sometimes I'll be scrolling through, just casually scrolling through. It's normally on my days where I'm feeling a little bit down, and your comments always make me feel happy. So I'll scroll through and then I'm like, why is there not a reply to that one? And so I'm really sorry about that. I don't realise that I'm doing it, and my memory's not as great at the minute. So sometimes I'll get a notification and then remember hours later that I had a notification that someone commented, and then I'm like, oh, bugger. So bear with me. I love you all dearly. I really do. And I appreciate that you comment and talk to me. I really do. By the way, I've only got like yesterday's. So last night I was up until stupid o'clock in the morning editing a video. That really annoyed me because I hadn't realised, hadn't really been focusing while I was putting makeup on. I didn't realise I'd got like a little bit of foundation, concealer or whatever it was on my lip. And I get round the changing of seasons and the different weathers, I get really bad cracked lips. While I've been editing videos, I've noticed that on a few occasions I have had like remnants of makeup on my lips and then put my Vaseline on and not noticed. So that's annoying. So sorry about that if you notice them in videos. I don't realise until I'm editing, because obviously I'm looking at the camera and not myself. I finished it. Oh my god, I loved this book so much. It was so cozy, and oh my god, the ending, I was gripped. My butt was clenched. It was so intense. And I love the way that the animals reacted during the ending as well. It was just perfect, and I just really love this book. If you love your like cozy reads, hearing about animals, even though it's like mythical creatures, it still feels like it could be an actual zoo out there, and listening to their care and what they eat and certain traits that they have is so fascinating and so cute. And the keepers of all of the animals, like their love and passion for their job. And I was right about the person that I was on about before when I said that they would just come off wrong to me. I saw it a mile away. Even though I was doubting myself earlier on, I'm like, it could just be me, but no, I was right. And yeah, read it. I loved it. So yeah, 5 stars. There was a few parts where the main character, Isla, she like did annoy me with the way that she was treating people, but it sort of sorted itself out, so you needed that to have the other, if that makes sense. So I thought at first, oh, am I gonna have to knock it down a star because it's not perfect, but then when that righted itself, I'm like, oh no. And then the ending, oh yeah. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this little vlog. I've really enjoyed just putting a random book in my TBR this month, and I'm so glad that I did. I absolutely loved it. So let me know what you think to the book, like the sound of the book. If you plan on reading it, I'd love to know. Like I say, if you want like full details of it and the synopsis and everything, I did just do the unboxing from Illumicrate, and that would have gone up on Wednesday. So if you just have a look at my last Illumicrate unboxing, that's the one where this one is in. So I hope that you enjoyed this little vlog. I'm so happy with the read. I am so excited. I found a new favourite book, and yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! I will just, it's going to be a lazy weekend at home, I think. So, sorry about my creaky floors. Stop filming the intro because it will be a mile long, an hour long. Like you have these mischievous birds, part 3 of the Phoenix Keeper, and obviously of the Phoenix Keeper, that's the only book I'm reading. Idiot, why did I say that? I don't know. Let's start that again. I also, what else did I want to update you on? I can't remember. Like social anxiety is crippling. It is debilitating. Oh. Right, end the clip. Goodness sake, 14 minutes now. If you want a full review on it, not review. I'm so happy and like, oh, I ain't got words. I just really love the book. New 5-star, new 5-star, new 5-star. So happy. My tabbing got a little excessive. Know if you tab books and like, because obviously you can tab books and then you can annotate books, or you can do both. Know when you're tabbing, do you notice that you use a lot more tabs when you're not annotating than you do when you're annotating and then just add a tab? Because there's so many, when I'm annotating, I would normally put, like, if it's on one page, I would only put one tab on the page, even if I've highlighted a few things. So I can like highlight things and write when I'm feeling stuff, whereas if I'm not annotating, I need to put a tab on each part where I felt something. But I do plan on annotating this. I will reread it one day and go through where all of my tabs are. But I loved it.